Just wanted to have a quick look at this little part of a circuit board called a via. Now this is a very old circuit board, probably from the late 60s or early 70s, and it's double-sided, but it has vias which are made out of little metal rivets, which is what you can see right in the middle of the screen there. We've got two DIL integrated circuits, dual in line, so they're 2.54mm pitch pins, which you can see 2 rows of pins there. They're both the ground pin of a digital chip. One's a counter and one is a Nixie tube driver. Now this circuit actually doesn't use Nixie tubes, it has transistors which drive incandescent displays. And this particular board, out of the 4 boards in the device, when you turn it on cold, it doesn't work. Nothing lights up. After a little while, you look away and look back again, and suddenly the digit that was blank previously has started working, which is suspicious. It's warmed up a little bit. The thing gets fairly warm. It's warmed up a little bit, and it's begun to work. Now, why is that? Got me thinking all sorts of weird things about maybe the power supply is going a little bit low or high, or is varying a bit. No, it's not that. It's this blooming via. Now, vias have a reputation in some people's minds of being unreliable, and you should avoid using vias. This is the reason. These vias from the late 1960s were unreliable. And I've got my multimeter probe here. Where is it? There's my probe. So what I'm going to do is probe there. Nothing happens. Now the other end of the track on that via is connected to the multimeter on the black probe. So I'm touching it very lightly with the meter probe, and on the via it beeps, but on the track it doesn't. I'm making contact there, honestly. Now I'm going to try and touch the via with my fingernail. So a tiny bit of pressure on the via and it makes contact. Now that's easily enough of a bad connection that if it warms up a little bit, something will expand and it'll make contact. But cold like this, I have to give it a little tiny bit of pressure and it makes contact. So we've got a track on top of the board, track on the bottom of the board, little metal rivet, but the connection to the track is no good. So there we have it. That's all I'm going to do for now. I'm obviously going to repair this by soldering it properly. There is solder on the joint, but there's a tiny, tiny crack in it. So this is an example of a genuine 1960s or 70s via rivet, which is attempting to link the top and bottom surfaces, top and bottom tracks of the PCB, and in this particular case is failing miserably. So if this works, another video coming up soon of the functioning instrument, which is a very fine Venner. You won't see much of it if I do this, but there is honestly a very fine instrument behind all this stuff, the Venner TSA240